I don't know what that was. I'm disgusted right now. All right, guys, I'll be frank with you. I am disgusted right now. The New York Giants tied with the tied. What, bro? How does this help anybody, bro? This doesn't help the Giants at all. Like, we came into this game saying, okay, this is playoff or bust right now. This is like a playoff game, right? Because of the implications for this game. The only thing this did was keep Washington from getting ahead of us. It's really the only. There's still a half game ahead. Still a half game behind because they still had that extra loss. So they're still a half game behind. All right. So, oh my god, and they got their bye coming out. I think they got their bye after this week, and then we face Philadelphia next week. Okay. Do you really think we're gonna beat Philadelphia? I mean, I think the most positive of the positive Giants fans don't think we're going to beat Philadelphia next week. But anything can happen. We'll see what happens. But they're steamrolling everybody they come across. Okay? The New York Giants really did not help themselves in this game, and they looked so bad in this game. First of all, we couldn't run the ball for dear life. I don't know where Washington ranks defensively stopping the run, but we could not run the ball at all. It was just non-existent. Saquon had a couple of good runs outside here and there, but every time we tried to run the ball, it just did not work. And on top of that, for the past couple of weeks, our toss game has not been able to work, and we're still tossing the ball with those terrible pulling guards who just can't block anybody, and Saquon just constantly knocked 5 or 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage when we had good momentum in that drive, and it completely takes out all momentum in that drive. So there's that. I forgot to put my audio software again, so you guys are going to hear buzzing in the background. My bad. I'm sorry. I just started to record. So on top, we couldn't run the ball, and then we couldn't stop the run. Brian Robinson was doing anything he wanted to do against us. Brian Robinson looked great, and even when Antonio Gibson had the ball, he was able to run the ball. Now, we were able to get away with some defense against the pass, but Terry McLaurin, we could not stop. Curtis Samuel towards the end of the game, we could not stop. This team deserved to lose, but we had so many opportunities to win, and we squandered it. Okay, how many times from 2nd and 2, 2nd and 3, why do you keep running the ball at that point? I'm a big person of running the ball. I like running the ball on first down. I think it helps set up momentum. I think it helps keep the clock rolling, right, and eat up time of possession. But on 2nd down and short, whether it was from a good pass or a good run, on 2nd down and short, you most certainly should be taking a shot. Not like 50 yards downfield, although it could be that if you like what you see. But just throw the ball. Play action, throw the ball. Teams are expecting you to run the ball. Why are we running the ball right up the gut on 2nd down and 2, and we gain a yard or even just to the line of scrimmage, and then on 3rd down we run the ball again? Why are you trying to get a first down every single play? You are trying to get down the field. You're not trying to get a first down on those times, man. It's so asinine. It's so ridiculous, man. Mike Kafka, I don't know what's going on, man. I've been trying to defend Mike Kafka because I really wanted us to see that trifecta of coaching staffs, right? The head coach, the offensive coordinator, the defensive coordinator. I was trying to see that trifecta. I was trying to speak that into existence. But, man, it really seems like Mike Kafka is the weakest link here. Now, we can make all the excuses we want with the lack of production coming from these offensive players, but teams are just doing it. Teams are just going out there and performing with lack of players, right? You have the Washington Commanders offense, which is very similar to ours. Heineke and Jones have been playing very similar. Jones has kind of been playing better, I guess. And then you have the wide receiving core. Yes, besides Terry McLaurin and Curtis Samuel, I guess is okay. They're still finding a way to move down the field with guys like freaking Logan Thomas and Sims, right? They're still able to move down the field. Why aren't we able to move down the field at all? And why are we calling these terrible plays when we get inside Washington territory? Why are we not able to capitalize and move down the field in Washington territory? We had many opportunities to come out of there and coming out of those drives with field goals, even just field goals. And we're not even able to do that. We had possession. I think we had 3 possessions in overtime, and we weren't able to get Gano close enough to try an easy field goal. And listen, a 50-yarder is easy for Graham Gano. We put him in position to try a 58-yarder where he was a hair close from making it in. But yet, it's going to be on Gano because he wasn't able to kick that ball. We had 3 possessions to try to get down there and score. Washington was giving us all the chances in the world to win this game up until since the 3rd quarter. All right, we could have put this game away since the 3rd quarter. We had so many opportunities to get to the quarterback as well. We were able to knock around Taylor Heineke a lot. I think we had over 10 QB hits in this game. It could be close to 15 QB hits in this game. Kayvon, Dexter, Leo, even Aziz. I think I seen O'Shane and Jahad Ward. We had so many guys get to Heineke. We weren't able to sack him, though. We were able to get a lot of QB hits, get him ruffled up a little bit, but it just wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough, man. Washington, to be honest with you, looked like the better team this game, but we had so many opportunities to win it, right? We had so many opportunities to win that game for us, and we just couldn't capitalize. Every time it was in our hands, we just allowed it to slip away. Man, listen, I always laugh at teams that tie. I always laugh at teams that tie the game. And we have tied. We are that team. We are that game every year. There's always a tie every year in the NFL. Always at least one. And we are that team this year. It's ridiculous. Well, there's 2 ties that happen this year now with Houston and Indianapolis. Bro, this feels like a loss. Now, obviously, on the record, as far as the playoff race goes, it doesn't count. It counts as a half win, which is good. But it feels like a loss, man. It really does. It feels like a loss. I don't know what to tell you guys. It's disgusting. I don't want to see it 7-4-1. So we're gonna finish the season possibly 7-9-1. Well, that's assuming we don't win a game anymore. We don't win a game. I think we got a couple games left, man, and I don't want to finish this season 8-1. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. I don't want to see that. But the Giants are probably going to see it. So, that being said, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I don't know what to make of this game, man. There were a couple of standout players that we could talk about. Isaiah Hodgins was good. Slayton was good. Richie James came up with a good catch to get us in field goal range. I guess you want to call it field goal range. Daniel Jones played okay. He played good. He played all right. I feel like it was really the play calling that really held him back and held the rest of the offense back. The offensive line played like garbage again. The interior was completely demolished by Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen. Trying to think who else. Moreau was bullied around by Terry McLaurin. Daniel Bellinger was back, and he had a couple of catches for himself. And I don't really know who else to say. I mean, Dexter Lawrence was okay. I already talked about the D-line and the guys getting to the quarterback, and that's pretty much it, guys. There's nothing, as far as this goes, this really didn't help us at all in our playoff race at all. This really didn't help us. In fact, Seattle, who's just knocking on the door, probably loves this scenario because neither team won. So they love this scenario. You know how a lot of times, I just hope these 2 teams tie just for our playoff race. Seattle gets it. Seattle got it this week. They tied. And now if they get another win, they'll be ahead of both of us. Seattle will be ahead of both the Giants and the Commanders, if I'm not mistaken. No. I'm wrong. Because Seattle, it has 6 wins right now, if I'm not mistaken, right? 6 wins. So they get to 7-5, and they'll still be behind us, but just a half game behind us. So we'll see what happens, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new, and I'll see you guys in the next video.